Oh, snap. We live, shouty.
We live. We in here.
We out here. What's goody, Hot Breathiverse? It's time.
It's time.
Weekly.
What is it time for, Joe?
It's weekly joke feedback show, everyone. It's our Tight 5 feedback hour. What's goody, Hot Breathiverse? Woo-hoo!
Yay.
Let's hit them with a little applause here, Yoshi, as people are coming in here. Yes, yes, yes. This is our weekly Tight 5 feedback hour where my boy, Yoshi So, we out here. My boy Yoshi So and I'm Joel Byers. We will be giving you live feedback on YouTube. Who else is doing this right now in this game? Nobody. And I'll tell you, Yoshi and I know because we've been in the comedy game a combined 20 years, over 20 years, I gotta say.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and Yoshi, give him a little for new people coming in here that may also be watching this later. Give him a little brief backdrop on you, Shouty.
Backdrop, I've been doing comedy. I've been doing improv comedy for almost 11 years now and stand up for 6 years. I produce a couple of shows here in the city of Atlanta, mostly in the North Atlanta, out in the suburbs. I've produced shows. I've been on shows. I travel across the country to do shows. I'm out here. I'm trying to get it where it's getting. And I love comedy. At the end of the day, I love comedy. And I do feature work. And it's, I'm a comedian. Can I say, mom, can I say that? I'm a comedian, Mom? Are you okay if I say I'm a comedian?
You are. I'm your daddy, and I'll tell you, yeah, you a comedian, son. Brother from another mother. And I'm comedian Joel Byers. I've been in the game 11 and a half years, produced my own comedy specials, produced my own tours, interviewed over 300 comedians on Hot Breath Podcast. I'm a comedian as well that enjoys helping comics level up their game however I can. So that's why we're doing this weekly live stream. That's why in our Facebook group we do the daily joke writing contest. And that's why every month we also do this Tight 5 Accelerator where in 4 weeks you will transform a set from just a few ideas into a tight 5-minute set ready for bookers. So if that's something you're interested in that you think would level up your comedy game, email email team@hotbreathmedia, because you watching this right now live on YouTube, we're giving you a special $200 off.
What?
Just don't tell anybody, y'all. Don't tell my wife we're doing this. But if you're watching this live right now, send an email to team@hotbreathmedia.com and we're going to hook you up with a special link to get into our September sesh at $200 off, Yoshi. I mean, we're doing the Comedy Lord's work right now. Cue the applause right there, baby. Cue the applause. So as people are coming in here, we're already at 16 peeps. Where are we at? Where peeps from in here? Juan saying Yoshi. Scott Edwards says team. Oh, Nick's the Fool says here, I thought he was Super Mario's BFF. Hilarious.
I am Super Mario's BFF.
Oh, Yoshi, I get it. Like the toad? Is he a toad or what is he?
No, he's a dinosaur, fool.
Oh, my bad, Shawty. Is that racial profiling? I'm sorry.
Probably. You think all dinosaurs look alike?
Yo, I won't give away his joke, but there's a student in this month's Type 5 Accelerator he's like a white guy who has like a fro, and he's been working out this bit about how people confuse him for being black, and it's been fun to see him like week 1 how he was kind of like timid and he had trouble talking to now he's like on stage and like delivering this and like killer punchlines. So it's fun to I just love helping comics create that personal material that's in their own unique voice. You know, that's the sauce, man. That's the sauce. J Leg says yo. Don Bishop, we out here. You already know we out here. Oh, I love it. Oh, Juan Martinez dice, ¿dónde están los chistes? Yo no sé, güey. ¿Dónde está tu chistes?
Why'd you assume the dude named Juan Martinez knows how to speak Spanish?
Juan Martinez.
Why'd you assume that he knows how to speak Spanish?
Well, he typed it in. It said, ¿Dónde están los chistes? Which means, where's the jokes? So, yeah. Sí, güey. Sí, dale pa' abajo, güey. Tom is from Ireland. Mudit from NYC. Scott Edwards
And
out in Sacramento. Scott does a cool clubhouse every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. He has a fun comedy talk clubhouse room connected with Club Pod. So Scott's doing some cool things as well.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's been in the game like over 40 years, I think. So it's good to see comics and I know Scott's owned his own clubs as well, so it's good to see people at every level in here. Don Bishop from London, very nice. So the rules of the game are, as y'all are coming in here, basically the rules of engagement are: post your joke here in the live chat and put joke in front of it so Yoshi and I know to read it, that it is a joke and it's not a comment or a roast of Yoshi being a dinosaur. You know, is that the new slur? That's going to become the new slur that gets me canceled. Did you hear Joel called Yoshi a dinosaur? But
Yeah.
oh, thank you. Yeah, William said, "Hey y'all, what's goody?" Trent Babb also, you guys are so cute together. Oh, this is so cute. Yeah, so post your jokes. That's the rules of engagement. Post your jokes here in the live stream, and we'll be giving y'all direct feedback on your material of how, hopefully, how you can improve it for the better and take it on stage.
Yeah. And Scott just put his little
come on, bruh.
link.
His
little clubhouse
link.
links. Look at that, Scotty. Yeah.
That's
No. It's cool.
It's his link, Shouty.
It's his. I mean, no. I was just saying he put his little link out there.
His
It was
little link.
little is just like like Big Papa. You know what I mean? Like it's a term of endearment, like Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? That's Big Wayne, but I call him Lil Wayne for effect.
All right. I'll let that slide. I had your back there, Scott. So Jeff 35 DM. Hey, great to be on Poster. What kind of jokes we having today? Oh, that's not a joke. That's just a comment. Okay. Yeah. Good to see you. Yeah, post your jokes here in the comments there, Jeff. If you'd like some feedback. All right. I see Tavis coming in with got a joke coming in. Matt and Trent. Awesome. All right. We got the ball rolling now. Comics aren't always the most timely or mindful. A lot of ADD in the comedy game. So if this intro didn't give it away.
Yeah. And we mean ADD, that means we can't add. You know what I mean? That's what we mean by ADD.
Oh.
Right? Is that what you were going for? Look at you with your little hot breath cup. Look at you with your little hot breath cup.
Speaking of ADD, looking at the mug, you're like, whoa. So what do you say here, Yoshi? We got some jokes coming in. What do you say, my friend?
All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
So thank you all for posting. Thanks for joining us today. This is so cool. I love this. This is so much fun getting to help comics. So first one up I'm seeing here is from Tavis Aikman. You ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Tavis Aikman. His joke: kids are like tattoos in that when you're... All right, let's try that again. I was picking my nose while reading it. I'm sorry.
Cut. Let's redo that.
Offside. Personal foul.
Replay. Second down.
Let's get a review. All right. Tavis Aikman. Kids are like tattoos in that whenever someone says you've got a bad one, you consider having another to cover that up. Oh, that's funny.
That's good. Yeah. There's a lot in there, but it's a very simple joke for sure, and it's personal. I would say probably the only thing I do is add some personality into it and say, like, my kids are like tattoos. Yeah. Now you're like adding some level of personality if you have kids. Now, if you're giving a commentary on kids and you don't have kids, I would probably set that up in some way, like add some level of, I was watching my brother's kids and they're like tattoos. You know what I mean? So set it up to where somehow, some way, make it personal. But overall, this is pretty tight. This is, I like it. The tattoo reference just makes it pop.
Yeah, I
Anything
like.
else you'd add to it?
Yeah, I mean, it's great that you get the premise right off the jump. You know that kids are like
Off the
tattoos.
jump.
Half the battle is just making sure people understand what your joke is even about. You know, which is the premise. So right now, I mean, you nailed that, Tavis. Yeah, I agree with you. And just personalizing it, just making it about your kids or making it about like your nieces or some kids. Take us to a personal moment or experience or relationship you have with kids, and that makes the joke just more grounded, and that makes, not only are you connected with the joke, in turn that makes the audience more connected to the joke.
Yeah.
So it's not more like
Yeah.
a narration, it's more of like, oh, why would he think that? Oh, you have like a personal example of why this is happening, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But that's a solid joke. I hope you use that on stage, Tavis.
Yeah, I really
That's a
like it.
pretty clean, short, sweet. It gets all of the elements in there. And then once you personalize it, I think there's an avenue where you can talk about uh, like what kind of cover up that you have with the tattoos. Like, what are you covering up? You could be covering up a barbed wire tattoo with, Hello Kitty now that you've got kids. You know what I'm saying? Or like with toy references or with like watching YouTube hours. So I think there's an avenue for more tags in that joke
Hmm.
too.
The worst ones were conceived on spring break. Like, there's, I think it's a rich premise, and the thing
It's
about this
such a
premise
rich
is like,
premise.
personalizing it makes it uniquely yours. Like, I'm married, you're married as well, Yoshi. Like, the only way we're going to get away with marriage material is if we personalize it and make it about our own unique personal experiences with marriage. Otherwise, it's just a
That's
generic
true.
marriage joke anyone could tweet. But the filter I always like to challenge comics, and I challenge myself to do, is like, could someone else say this joke and it be just as funny? And if the answer is yes, okay, what do I need to do to change that? That's always a filter I put my material through. It's just, if someone else takes it, is it just as funny? It's a good place to start
For
with
sure.
personalizing it. But I hope we
Yeah.
didn't peak too early, because that was a good start here. But I
No,
see
that's pretty
here.
solid. Yeah. Joke number 2. Scott said, "Yes, I am white." Oh no, that's not a joke. All right, my bad.
It's Matt. Matt's profile picture is of Kanye West, so we'll see
Ah, oh
what this one
yeah.
does.
All right,
Do you want to
I
read
got
this
this
one?
one.
Cool,
Uh,
cool.
yeah. Let me get it. Joke. Did y'all hear about everything going on in Afghanistan? I haven't seen a pullout attempt that bad since the Clinton administration. Pow, 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 pow. That
Oh.
joke does go hard in the paint. Um, I like it. I like it. I think it's got there's no personal element to it, but I do like the commentary, and it's a good comparison joke in terms of uh, what's happening in Afghanistan. I think one thing I would suggest is just make a commentary about Afghanistan rather than asking the question. Just state the obvious. It's crazy what's going on in Afghanistan. Period. I haven't seen a pullout attempt like that since the Clinton administration. That, you know what I mean? So almost like take the question out of it, make the statement, and
Mm-hmm.
now make the punchline, which is the pullout. So I like that.
Yeah, that's a tip I got super early on in the game as well, and that's something I heard Rodney Perry, who I've had on the podcast a few times, when he opened for, I think he said it was George Lopez back in the day. Rodney would ask a lot of questions on stage, and I think George told him in the green room one time. He says the story on the podcast. It was something about, he was like, if you ask one more question on stage, he's like, you're done opening for me, basically. He's like, stop asking questions. He's like, you tell the audience, you're the tribal leader, like, you tell them. So that's a good point, that if you ask a question, it leaves it open for them to respond and possibly disrupt your timing and whatnot. And it also just makes it to where I don't. It takes away your power when you ask them. This isn't an absolute. Some people are gonna be like, "Oh, you idiot!" But then my question is the setup and the brr, 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 brr. This
Brr, brr,
isn't.
brr, brr, brr.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this isn't a comedy law. It's a recommendation, based on our years of
for sure.
experience. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's a joke you could tweet, and then maybe get a few likes on it. It's nothing evergreen. That just means evergreen that you'll get a lot of mileage out of that'll last a long time. But for the sake of a
Yeah.
joke, I get it.
So I will say one of the things I think would be like if I saw this joke on stage, I would laugh like immediately because I just like it. Just when someone says pull out attempt or just pull out game, I think that's funny. But if in reference to politics, that's very funny because that's typically not where you see that kind of reference being made. You know what I mean? So there's like avenues of that happening where I think there's something you can do there that's very different than the way that. But what I would love to see is some act out on this joke. Like, how would you show a pull out attempt on this? You know what I mean? Like, if you did like a slide as soon as that came out, like as soon as you said the joke and just almost slide from one side to the other, like as part of the pull out attempt, I think that would visually be very funny.
Do you need to take a call? You keep vibrating over there. I didn't know if this was the Clinton administration calling or something.
No, it's not. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Let's keep her moving here. Oh, and Scott Edwards said a tag could be my last failed pull-out game. Sorry, I saw you looking over. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Yes.
Yeah.
Scott said my last failed pull-out was in high school. Nice.
Stop it, Scott.
All right. Trent Babb coming in hot here. A hot breath OG. My wife and I have been married now for 5 years, and we're so excited. We're more than halfway done. And if that joke upsets you, that's a big reason why you're alone. Ooh. Ooh. I'm slightly confused by it. I don't know what the premise is.
There it is. It's I think the premise is based on you being upset as an audience member about the joke. That's what it feels like, but it's not clear.
We're just more, yeah, I guess I'm missing the logic here. Maybe there's something in his delivery that helps like emphasize certain parts of the joke. But just for reading it, I don't know why you've been married 5 years and you're now halfway done. It could be halfway done with what? Halfway done with caring, halfway done with listening to each other. Like, there's ways to be like 5 years, halfway done, but
yeah.
I don't, just logically, 5 years into a marriage, it's supposed to last forever. I don't know where the halfway comes in. And then if that joke upsets you, that's a big reason why you're alone. Yeah, I think I'm just missing the premise at the end of the day. Like, I just don't know what the premise of the joke is, so I don't know what he's trying to say. Oh, Trent said Yoshi is right. Oh, I hate hearing that. Okay. Cool. Yoshi was right.
Yeah, write that down. I'm gonna send you a box full of stickers that you can just
You got to keep track of these. They're few and far between.
So I think it's about the joke upsets you. So I think I'm trying to think how to reword the premise. Because it's about you getting upset at the joke. My wife and I have been married now for 5 years.
I mean, it's like I mean, clearly you know what it is. I don't know what's going on with it, Yoshi. Honestly, I'm ready to move on. To be honest, like, it's like one of those things. If you have to explain it, like, no, Yoshi's explanation that was longer than the joke.
But we're trying to help. We're trying to help, Joe.
Oh, that's right.
We're trying to help.
That's
Help
what
it get
we're
nice
doing
and tight. That's what we're doing. So I think I'm wondering. So if it's about being married for 5 years, you're excited that you're more than halfway done. I think that's kind of where it is. I'm excited that I'm halfway done as I've been married with my wife for 5 years now. If you get upset at that, that's why you're alone. So I think there's a premise around being that you have to sell on this joke about being excited that you're halfway done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I think it's like, been married for 5 years. I'm halfway there. If you got upset, that's why you're alone. But I think he has to sell the excitement about being excited that he's halfway done with his marriage.
What if instead of it's like that's a big reason why you're alone? It could be if that joke upsets you, that's a big reason why you're still married. So now it's a play on you're upset because you didn't think to get out.
Yeah. Yeah, or you didn't plan it. Yeah. I like that. Hold on. I'm waiting for something that's where Trent says Joel is right, but I do not see it.
Oh, that's the
No, I'm kidding. No, that's good though. That's good. That's funny. That's very funny. I like because you're actually, you know what you're doing with that joke? You're actually simplifying it. You're making it so it's not too hard to think about. And you're keeping it like super simple on the opener and on the closer because you're referencing that's why you're still married. It's very funny of a left turn because you don't see it coming. So yeah. No. I like that a lot. I like the angle you took on it.
Thank you. Yeah. And Trent, I have an idea. Take this joke and bring it into our September Type 5 Accelerator. How about that?
Yeah.
If you're watching this and you want to join, email team@hotbreathmedia.com and get that special $200 discount just for watching this live stream, peeps. So, Trent, come on down, baby. There's more where this came from.
Come on down.
Nice. Trent or anyone, of course. Like maybe Mudit coming up next. You want to read this one, my friend?
Yeah, I got it. All right, joke from Mudit Burma. I'm an IVF test tube, baby. That's now under 6 feet. Hey, mom and dad, were the genes really worth it? Y'all should have adopted. A height joke. All right.
Genes really worth it? Y'all should. So it's basically a joke that he doesn't have good genetics.
Yeah, it's a self-deprecating joke where his parents didn't do very well on the test tube making part.
So was the test tube blank? You know, I'm an IVF test tube baby that's now under 6 feet tall. The test tube must have been a blank tube, must have been something, you know, to emphasize that he's short. The test tube must have been a shot glass or...
Oh, that's good.
You know, implying small.
Yeah. No, I like that. I think the element of, hey, mom and dad, were the genes really worth it? I'm not sure if that adds to the joke.
Yeah, I think the lines after the 6 feet, I think they take away from the premise. You know what I mean? I think the premise is basically it's a self-deprecating height joke. So what can we do to re-emphasize that? So that was my idea with like the test tube being a shot glass or something like that, you know?
Yeah, no, I like that. I like the test tube being a shot glass, or that like your mom and dad like failed that test. You know what I'm saying? Like there's an element of like, did they fail the height test as well? Or they picked the wrong thing? Like they just put all C's on the choice for what do you want on for genes. Like they sped through the test part of it. And now, you know, now I'm under 6 feet, but like, yeah, I think you're right. The premise is more around the fact that you're under 6 feet when you should have been over 6 feet if they chose the right test or if they chose the right tube. So I think there's different angles on that.
Scott right here said, next time use a longer tube.
Ah! Yeah, that's funny.
Yo,
That's
I'm
very
with
funny.
that one.
Yeah, yeah. But
I'm with
it
that.
goes to the same thing. Like, how can you know what I mean? Like, how do you make it more around the tube itself
Yep.
and not necessarily about like your parents? Because
And
this feels more like it feels a little too like self-deprecating. Y'all should have adopted. I'm almost feeling sad. You know what I mean? Like,
the longer
oh,
tube is the move. I think Scott nailed it on
yeah,
that one. There may be a
yeah.
play with like IVF standing for something. It's like IVF apparently stood for, blah, 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 blah. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's another angle there, but I honestly, I mean, longer tube seals the deal for me. I got to be honest.
Yeah. No, longer tube. I was just thinking maybe you should have done a black tube. You know what I mean? That always feels
Oh, yeah. I see. Yeah.
fun.
Nice. I'm with
Yeah.
it though, and I like that it's a personal joke that he's like you're
Oh,
learning. I like jokes where you're learning a lot about the comic. You know what I mean? So it's like
mhm.
we're learning a lot about him right here. We're learning about his physical stature, we're learning about his relationship with his parents, and we're learning about how he came into this world. There's a lot of information in such a short joke, which I always enjoy.
Yeah. That's solid.
Very nice.
All right.
All
Who's
right.
next?
We've got Chris. Oh, and Big JDO liked the black tube. He liked that joke. He liked that one.
Yeah. I mean, there's an angle of like, can you make it like, can you make it a different kind of tube that should have been 6 feet? You know what I mean? Like, so, or like you should have picked a basketball tube, or you could have picked a like different elements of the tube. But yeah, making it the characteristic of the tube is very funny.
All right, let's do Chris Davis next. You want to read this one? Wait, did you read the last one or
Yeah,
no?
I did the last one, so
All
you
right,
got
I'll read the longer. I'm giving you all the wordy ones. I was with my relatives last week, and they always say something that rubs you the wrong way. Like my aunt said to me, "Oh, you're just like your dad. Why? Because we both want to be with other women."
it. I get it, but I feel like there's more context with it, and you almost have to know. You almost have to know the jokes beforehand around it for it to hit harder. Now, if there's something about like a divorce there, then it might give it some context.
I think there's just a lot of setup. I was with my relatives last week, and they always say something that rubs you the wrong way, like my aunt said to me. Like it's a long way to get there.
For sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I mean, it could
Yeah, you
literally, yeah, it's like my aunt always heckles me, or like my aunt is always annoying me, like, or offending
yeah,
me. Something like you can just say succinctly, my aunt does blank to me. Last week she said this. You know what I mean?
yeah. I like that. My aunt rubs me the wrong way. Last week she says, "Oh, you're just like your dad." Why? Because we both want to be with other women. And I don't even know if this is like, is this also a reference to the aunt want to be a lesbian too? Or am I reading too much into
No, I
this?
don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure what the premise is. I was looking at it from a sheer word economy standpoint, but I'm not sure where. Oh, you're just like your dad because we both want to be with other women. What would make it a little raise the stakes is if his mom says this to him. So now it's like, oh, you're just like your dad, and then it's like, oh, because we both want to be with other women. So now it's a little more personal. It raises the stakes. There's a little more context for why his aunt would care if his dad wanted to be with other women.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if the his aunt or his mom is a lesbian, or if it's just a reference to him not being faithful. You know what I mean? Like I can't tell which one it is.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying there too. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it may be like
So,
rubbed the wrong
so
way. Maybe his aunt is hitting on him in some weird way as well, you know? So it's like, I don't want to be with my aunt. I want to be with another woman. You know, there could be. I think
oh
it's,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, there's a way, there's something there, but I think like his mom saying it to him brings it, brings it up the most, makes it the most like just punch.
yeah. Good point.
But, I don't know. Let's keep it rolling here. We got a lot of jokes here. I want to make sure we get to as many as possible here. Oh, and I love in the
Yeah, let's
chat here,
do
people are giving each other feedback and tags. That's what it's all about here at You know, we're all about comics helping comics. So if you have tag ideas, feel free to, you know, make friends in here, share tag feedback, you know, connect with each other. That's what the whole Hot Breathiverse is about, my friends, is comics helping comics. So
Yeah.
let's
All right.
see.
Next joke. I
Juan
think from Juan Martinez.
Martinez.
Oh, and since you've got that Spanish gene, how about you get this right here?
All right. Juan Martinez. Who here is a fan of Kanye West? ¿Dónde está la iglesia? ¿Dónde está la mota? ¿Dónde puedo venir? Well, this really goes back to our whole thing about not asking questions on stage, doesn't it? Yeah. No dame preguntas, güey. Ay, Dios mío. ¿Por qué? ¿Tres preguntas en uno chiste? Qué lástima, güey.
Yeah, that's fun. So he's asking where the like I'm going back to my ninth grade Spanish. He's asking more questions around is it why or where is like Iglesias is where's the school, right? Iglesias, what's
Iglesia
Iglesias?
is church.
Church. Where's the church? What's La Mota?
Weed, marijuana.
Where's the weed and what's Puedo venir?
I don't know. I don't know what donde puedo venir is. I don't know.
You gotta get if we gotta get the Google Translate for a question.
Where can I come? Where can I come? So I guess he's saying like, where's Kanye West? Where's the church? Where's the weed? And how can I get there? Basically, is what he's saying.
Okay.
Well, thanks for sharing. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get much mileage out of that joke, but gracias for sharing that joke. I just want to get to other ones, you know. But
sure.
thank you. I don't know what yeah, I don't know. I don't know. DM me on Instagram at Joel Byers Comedy if you want feedback on that one. Like seriously, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, let's do this one. Tom, I don't drink coffee to wake me up. I drink it to get my morning shit out. I don't need to be carrying that extra 2 pounds around all day. I'm more efficient, lighter on my toes. All right. I like that it's personal for sure. Around the coffee. I feel like there's definitely some word economy that can happen here as well. I'm trying to think like lighter on my toes, I guess is the punchline. But I feel like if you're going to make a punchline of that nature, this feels more like a factual punchline rather than like a joke punchline. So it feels more like a TED talk. Oh, I'm lighter on my toes now that I've shitted out the 2 pounds. So I think you got to raise the stakes on the punchline a little bit around what does that mean? What does it mean to be lighter on my toes? Does that mean you can like do you have a superpower now or something? Any thoughts, Joel?
I mean, I guess the basic premise here is that coffee makes him poop. That seems to be the premise. So
yeah,
I mean, coffee makes him poop. I don't know. It's I was reading the live chat here while you were talking. My ADD was kicking in on this one. All right, I don't drink coffee to wake me up. I drink it to get my morning poop out. Like I'm like a Bible school teacher. My morning out, children out. Don't need to be carrying around that 2 pounds all day. I'm more efficient, lighter on my feet. Maybe it's coffee is the perfect pick me up, or it gives me energy because I'm carrying around less poop. I don't know. I mean, it's not singing to me. I'll say that.
Yeah. But how can we make it better?
By just getting rid of it. Let's see what the next. I think by move. I mean, I get the premise. Coffee makes you poop, so it makes you lighter on your feet, more efficient. So you can get. Maybe there's like a wordplay here with like getting shit done or something. Like it helps me get shit done by shitting. I don't know. Now I'm swearing. Oh, please forgive me. Now I'm swearing. Tom got me swearing out here.
Yeah, I think it's the lighter on my toes part that I feel like what how do you get lighter on your toes? Because I feel
Well,
like that's the punchline that he's trying to make hit, but it's too literal.
all right. So there's some good ideas in here. Big JDO said, could bring in the color of coffee. I drink my coffee dark/black to make me lighter.
Uh,
And then Scott said, coffee is a pick me up because I'm 2 pounds lighter. Yeah. He said, good idea,
Yeah.
Joel, as well. I should have said that at first. He said, good idea, Joel. But,
Oh, he said coffee is a pick me up.
mhm.
Um, hmm. I think maybe you should say that. Coffee is a pick me up. Uh, but I don't need to carry that extra 2 pounds around. I'm more of a something. I'm more of a pick me down or put me down kind of person.
All right.
There's
I don't know.
something there.
Yeah, let's keep it moving. There's nothing there. Let's keep it moving. Now, I like this dynamic. There's something there. There's nothing there. There's nothing. It's a copy poop joke. It's all right. I'm just kidding with you, Tom. It's all love, man. It is all love, my friend. That's what I love about comedians, though. We show affection by roasting each other.
Oh yeah.
Nick's the fool. I went on a date and it was going all right. Then she said, "I wish we could." I wonder if it's further down. That's not the joke, right? That's not the joke.
No, that's not. It's a little longer.
All right, let's see. Nick's the fool. Oh, this is different, but it's still him. My friends tell me I should put myself out there to meet ladies. I'd much rather put myself out to pasture. My friends say I'm just being dramatic. Okay, I'll put myself out of my misery. Let's go back to Tom's joke.
I like the premise of this. It is a little dark, but I feel like it's too much. It's too many words to get to this. Put myself. I feel like my friends tell me I should put myself out there, but I'd rather put myself out to pasture. I'm trying to think. Is there like? It's not a power of threes.
I was just thinking like it's like a weight joke. It's like a self-deprecation weight joke where he's like, my friends tell me to put me out to pasture because I'm like the size of a cow or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'd rather put myself out to pasture, which they say is dramatic. Maybe I'll try putting myself out of my misery. Maybe, but I don't know because I don't think it hits that hard. Even if you shorten it, I feel like there's just a bigger opportunity for the self-deprecation here.
And I think maybe specificity. So right now it's like my friends tell me I should put myself out there to meet ladies. Maybe it'd be funnier if it's a specific friend, or it's like my mom tells me, or my brother, or my boss, or my ex-girlfriend, or like something
Yeah,
more specific than my friends will help make the joke a little
for
more
sure.
grounded and specific as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone did say, what if you just drop that middle part? Scott said that. That's a good point. Like, I think it's just my friend said I should put myself out there. What if
Oh,
I just put myself out of my misery? You know what I mean? Like, now that's quick and it hits very quicker. Yeah, and I think
cool.
that's what it is. That pasture part I don't get.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, I'm with it. Yo, Nick's the fool. I tell you what, man. Email team@hotbreathmedia.com and get
yeah,
hooked up with that $200 discount on our September Type 5
200,
accelerator. 200
$200.
bucks to write a Type 5 in 4 weeks. You know, I wish I had this when I started comedy. Like the transformations
Oh
we're
my god.
seeing are incredible. So, if it's something you're even interested in learning more about, like we keep the spots limited because there is like 8 hours of coaching involved. There's access to the online course we created, as well as a private Facebook group where you get ongoing accountability, motivation, and feedback on sets you're doing on stages throughout the week. So there's just a lot at play here. So we like to keep the spots limited. So if you would like to reserve your spot, just email team@hotbreathmedia.com and we'll hook you up with that $200 discount as well for watching live here on YouTube. So just keep that between us, though. But yeah, go ahead and jump on that. And we'll
Yeah.
see you there September, man. I'm excited. I'm excited. These have been so much fun to do.
Yeah. You want to do a couple more jokes? You want to do two more?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Scott said Joel knows his stuff and helps many comics. Thank you, Scott. And Scott's been in the game over
Scotty.
40 years. You know, real recognize real here.
40 years. 40 years.
Yeah, Scott's an OG, man.
Ooh-wee.
He helps a lot of comics too. Yeah. So I was
Awesome.
it's so cool to just connect with other people who like helping comics, you know. It's the best. So can you see the comments as well here in our live stream?
Yeah, I
Can you
can.
you want to pick the next? Let's do yeah, you say you want to do two more as we land the plane here?
Yeah, let's do two more.
Cool.
Yeah, landed. We landed the plane.
I'm going to do I'm seeing Big JDO said at Keith LOL. So I maybe need to bring Keith's in here. I'll do Keith's. You check out which one you want to throw in here. And
Okay.
also a cool thing that Tavis did is he's like, "Hey everyone, what do you think of this joke?" And he just posted a joke for people to give him feedback on. So feel free to do that as well, my friends. But we do this every single Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So go ahead and set your alarms and start meeting us back here and tell your other comic friends that we exist, that Hot Breath exists to help you level up your game in a positive environment. So Keith Skapinich, here we go. People wear wedding rings to let other people know that they're married. That doesn't happen with anything else. Oh, you see that guy? He's wearing Crocs, so he wants to be celibate.
I
Yeah. I like
like this. Yeah. Yeah.
That's fun.
I think you can definitely use less words in the last line. And I think there's an opportunity for an act out. You see that guy with Crocs on? He's probably celibate.
Yeah.
Like just shorten it up and then act out like his reaction to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the premise is nice. The premise is super nice.
I think it like to tighten up because word economy is so important, you know, and I think maybe it was Mark Twain that said the difference between the right word and the wrong word is the difference between lightning and the lightning bug. You know?
Yeah.
So it's the economy of words is so huge and can be the difference between a laugh and a lull. So even something as simple as instead of saying, so he wants to be celibate, it could be, so he's a virgin, or
Yeah.
you know, just something even tighter. Just ironing out 3 words to 1 word makes a huge difference in comedy writing.
Yeah. And then the other thing is I'd make this personal, Keith. I'm looking at your picture. It looked like you're with a nice lady. Just say, I wear a wedding ring to let other people know that I'm married. That doesn't happen with anything else. And then go into your punchline. So personalize it to where it's about you rather than saying people in general as well.
Yeah. I'm with it though. That's a fun one though. Yeah.
Oh, that's a tight joke. I like that.
Nice
Well
job.
done, Keith.
Yeah. Did you find one you want to go out
Yes,
on
there's
here?
from Zuva Martins. You've
Okay.
got the controls. So,
Oh, look at, I mean, how can you say no to that profile picture? I mean, look at that hair alone. It's like Steven's hair in this month's Type 5 Accelerator. He has the big afro as well.
nice. All right. Zuva, I'm not a reliable guy. I'm often late. I got in trouble when I brought morning after pills to a baby shower. All right, there's some darkness in here, but I'm trying to think. I'm not even sure you need that. I'm not a reliable guy.
I'm always late. I got in trouble when I brought morning after pills to a baby shower. But why? Well, riddle me this, Yoshi. Why did he bring morning after pills to a baby shower?
I don't know.
I don't know if I quite get it.
I think it's a funny line, but I think it's about being the morning part and being late. I think that's the joke element. I'm often late, so being late, but you brought morning after pills to a baby shower. Or is it about being reliable? Now I don't know, because if I think of morning after pills, you're not reliable and you're late. So there's an element of both things. And maybe that's what you're going for.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Now myself.
That's what, like, because you were all jazzed on it. You're like, oh, and I was like, what? We got like a good cop, bad cop thing going on. I look like a youth pastor, but yet I'm the one like, I don't know, bruh. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it hit me quickly, real quick. But I'm trying to think, like,
Scott.
Yeah, I think it might just it just needs more, because I think I got it just off the rip, but it needs more context. I'm not a reliable guy. I'm often late. I got in trouble. Who'd you get in trouble with? Maybe that's what it is.
I guess.
Who'd you get in trouble with?
Big JDO.
Your baby mama?
Yeah, yeah, it seems like Big JDO gets it. I guess he's saying it's like an abortion pill. Okay, so I mean, if that's the case, I started to make that connection, but then I don't know how that connects to being reliable or often late. Maybe you're a bad gift giver. I give the worst gifts. Like the last baby shower I attended, I gave them morning after pills or something like that. If that's where you're going with it.
I think that actually works better, because I get the reliable and I get the late part. And I think he's trying to bring both of those things together. Not reliable basically means he's not pulling out. And often late means he's late on the pill, whatever it may be, like I'm late. So I think he's trying to bring those two together. But I think your premise of I'm terrible at gift giving is much simpler for this joke. Like if you say I'm terrible at gift giving, I got in trouble when I brought morning after pills to a baby shower. Now that's funny, because now it's a contrast of giving terrible gift. But I think he was trying to make the connection with the reliability and being late. So yeah, I think you can edit that to something tight. Yeah, you can make it tight. And that's what we're doing here on the Type 5.
Wow.
Mm.
So I'm with it though. I appreciate you sharing, and I will say, I mean, Yoshi, that's the one you picked. You picked to end on this one. So if we're fizzling out here at the end, then that's what we're gonna do. But I hope we helped as many people as possible in here. I hope y'all enjoyed this. We do this every single Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So set your alarms. Tell your friends, tell your fellow comics that we out you. Hot Breath exists and we ain't going nowhere. So, okay, I don't know what that dance was, but when we talk about editing, we need to edit that part out.
It's by John Cena.
John Cena?
I'm
more of a dabber. I'm more do this, Get him with it, shouty. But yeah,
we still got 27. We still got 27 people. Yeah,
we're deep in here, yo. Each week it's getting a little bit better and better. So Man, I appreciate all of y'all for hanging out. And I see some people giving Zuba some feedback as well. So that's what it's all about. Comics helping comics here. So anything we can do to help y'all, we're here for you. Yoshi, where can they connect with you directly if they want to ask you questions or anything?
Yeah, hit me up I'm on Instagram at DJ Yoshi, DJYOSHEE. And then hit me up on Twitter at Yoshi, YOSHEE. And I'll respond back.
Very nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm at Joel Byers Comedy on all social media. Instagram is probably the best place to DM me if you're interested. And we're talking about this Tide 5 Accelerator, y'all. We're kicking off in September. We only have a handful of spots left. So if you want to create a tight 5-minute set in 4 weeks, get coaching from Yoshi and I, and feedback on sets ongoing in a private Facebook group, then just email team@hotbreathmedia.com to get your special $200 discount. All right. All right. So that's it for today, Yoshi. What you think, my friend? I think we killed it. We really hit some big numbers today.
This was good. Yeah. No, this is awesome. Thanks everybody for submitting your jokes. They were great. Some not as great as others, but hey, that's what jokes are. That's what jokes are.
That's
But we're here to
exactly
help you. We're help you to get them better. That's why we created this Type 5 Accelerator to help you get your jokes nice and tight. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. I hear you got to say things 3 times so people get it. Nice and tight. Nice and tight.
Nice and tight. Awesome. Well, we will be back next Tuesday, my friends. So tell your comic friends, and we'll see you right back here next Tuesday at 5 p.m. All righty?
Yay.
Oh, are we dabbing on them?
Bye.
See you next week, comics. Have
Dabbing
fun
on
on the grind this week.
On the gridiron.